Hello and welcome.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports preview of Group G. As you can see, it's an absolute joke fest here for Panama versus Tunisia because no one cares. Chill out. No one cares about the game whatsoever. Jamie, Panama versus Tunisia scoreline, quick.
-1 to -1.
2-0.
All right,
Tunisia.
Let's jump into the game that matters the most for England fans, which is, of course, England versus Belgium. And it is going to be quite a corker on the Thursday. It was one of the last games to be played of the group stages. England need to win this game to finish top of the group, whereas Belgium, of course, need to win it as well to finish top of the group. The loser, of course, will finish second and go on to play against who is mostly considered the weaker opponent in the last round, last of 16 stages of the World Cup. But England, they must be thinking ahead, Jamie, in this game as to potentially rest a couple of players in order to keep them fresh for the latter stages of the competition, avoid fatigue, avoid injury, and all that kind of stuff. How do you think Southgate should approach this game? Do you think he should rest Kane in that matter of sense, or how do you think he should approach it?
Well, first of all, I'm just wondering, what happens if they draw? Who wins the group? Because
England are top at the moment on fair play.
Well, actually, England are top of the moment in terms of goal difference, and then it would go to fair play, which England's still leading as well.
What do they mean by fair play?
Cards. Yellow cards and red cards.
That's a stupid rule, isn't it? FIFA yet again coming up with the stupid things as always. But yet no, I want to see England play their main squad though, because I think this is a big game whether or not we win the group, because we've got to prove ourselves that this Panama win and the Tunisia win are not just luck, maybe you could say, because let's be honest, every time we've gone to a major tournament, we've never beaten a big side. We always go out to them. Even Portugal once upon a time. But so for me, I think we should play our best squad and keep the momentum going. Don't rest them. They've come all the way to Russia to play for their country. Why rest them? If we had won the group, maybe, but no, I think we need to play them, and I think Belgium should do the same thing, because these are two nations that are dark horses maybe for this tournament now. I never thought I'd say that, England dark horses, but yeah, I think both teams should take it very seriously.
In essence, Joe, England could rest some of the players, or they potentially could have a little bit more of an earlier rotation in the sense for Kane, only giving him 50 minutes or an hour on the pitch to play, no matter what the scoreline is, and then give someone like Vardy or Rashford the opportunity just to run their legs a little bit more, or potentially from the start they could look for potentially giving Trent Alexander-Arnold more of a run time on the field because he hasn't played yet, or potentially even Eric Dyer replacing Jordan Henderson, because Dyer, I think he's only had a couple of minutes at the end of the Tunisia game. So is there a worry though that because England are playing so much with one squad that the fatigue could catch up to us at the worst time, which is, of course, in the last stages of the competition in the knockout rounds?
It's always a worry, but the thing is, you've got that argument of momentum, haven't you? You want the momentum going, you want the team playing together, you want them gelling and bonding a bit more. I'd like to see Trent Alexander-Arnold get a game. I think he might do, because Trippier came off with an injury yesterday to his thigh.
Yeah.
And looked to be some discomfort at the end of the game. So it'd be interesting to see what he does there, because I couldn't see him shifting Walker to right back, because then that he brought Cahill into the back three, but I'm thinking with Cahill, he's not got any pace, so it's one of those. I don't know what you're laughing at.
I don't know who you're talking to either. There's no one there. The camera's there.
I was going to say, we've got those BBC cameras, there's no one behind them anymore.
Yeah.
Giggling camera. Basically, I've lost train of thought, but yeah, I think a few changes wouldn't be too bad for England. It just depends with Belgium whether they're playing mind games, just saying that they're going to rest key players.
Yeah, because Roberto Martinez, Jamie, you said that Lukaku and Hazard potentially could have injuries. So is this England team, even if they do play well against Belgium, is this should be any sort of confidence really builder to get a result against the Belgium side?
Yes.
Or do you think no matter what, England should still
absolutely
be progressing forward?
I think we need this. As I said before, we need to beat Belgium. This is for the team to realise that there is a potential in this squad. Because I'm not saying here right now England have got the team to win the World Cup. I don't think they do at all. But teams can change just because of one result, because of attitude. And look at what happened to Brazil when they lost to Germany 7-1. The whole nation despise the country over one result. So I think for England, if we beat Belgium, I think the whole country could finally be right behind them, where in the past the media and the fans have slated everything England had done at major tournaments, which of course I was one of them as well as a fan, because it was terrible. We lost to Iceland and the whole nation went against Roy Hodgson, and he couldn't cope with it just for 10 minutes after the game. He even resigned 10 minutes after the full-time whistle. So I think, go for the win, but I think the likes of the Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne are the world-class players that have shown that if they could get the setup right, they're the best team in the world as well.
Joe, how do you think this game's going to unfold, really? Because, there is a case where both teams could rest some of their key players, so we're not exactly seeing a full-strength kind of squad. So is that factor of potential momentum killer going to come into play for either both Belgium or England, who currently have 6 from 6 in this group stage so far?
It's going to be an interesting game, isn't it? Because both sides have got players that can match each other in terms of pace, strength and ability. I think, to be honest, the pace is going to be key in this game. I think England should play Jamie Vardy, because his pace can really stretch the Belgian back line and cause them trouble. Harry Kane, obviously, because we were discussing this the other week when we did a video, that we'd like to see Kane and Vardy play together. I know that would probably mean a little bit of a change to system, but I can't see Dele Alli being 100% fit. So whether you drop Vardy into a Dele Alli sort of role and try an experiment with that, whether that would work at all, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Kane wants all the goals. He won't want Vardy next to him at all. He's already annoyed that he gave out half the goals to England yesterday. It's a Harry Kane FC, not England FC. Again, it's not a football club; it's a nation.
Yeah.
That's where I've gone wrong already.
Yeah.
And that you like Mexico as well, but that's one of those
great country.
We've already covered Group F, so let's not get into it.
I think
Oh, have you? Oh, damn it! Oh.
Personally, I think this game's got draw written all over it.
A draw.
What kind of draw?
2-2.
2-2 draw. So quite a high-scoring game then, in a sense. Yeah.
And that man Harry Kane will probably score again.
Fair enough. Jamie, what you got, mate? Scoreline.
Well, I think we've got two players up against each other who could win the Golden Boot, and that would be the Lukaku versus Harry Kane. No, not Kevin De Bruyne. Come on. Oh God, can you imagine the midfield of Belgium versus England though? It's like Kevin De Bruyne going into a Wild West Ham and there's just nothing there. And it's just
that's a little bit of an insult to Jesse Lingard. He's having a cracking tournament for England.
Yeah, but come on, just compare the two, and Kevin De Bruyne is a world-class player. Jesse Lingard still needs to prove himself. So, yeah, but it's not just Lingard. Come on, Henderson, so great.
Oh, what a load of rubbish.
Henderson shit, more like.
Jordan Henderson is one of these players that is underrated. He's one of these players that...
Jordan Henderson?
He just does...
He's a Liverpool fan, of course he'd say that.
No, hear me out on this, He does the job. He's not one of these players that's going to be exciting, he's going to thrill you, but he just does the job. He's been better than Eric Dyer. Let's be honest.
I mean, Eric Dyer's not been on the pitch to prove himself, I guess.
He was in the friendly, and he was Dyer.
He played a couple of minutes.
I knew you were going to do that.
He played a couple of minutes against Tunisia as well, so, that sense there.
You want someone that plays that role for his club, and he plays it for his club. I'm not saying he does it perfectly for Liverpool Football Club, but he does it okay. And I think England haven't got many players in that position that can play the 6. Let's be honest. Dyer can play the 6, but he's not excelled in that role on the international stage, in my opinion. All right, he scored that goal against Russia.
I just think they're both as bad as each other.
But he's one of those that I think, just give him a chance. He's done all right so far. It's like yesterday with the free kick. He told Young and Trippier, who were fighting over the ball, let's play this play, let's use this role from the training, and they did the free kick routine. What did they get? Goal. It's one of those, just allow him to do his job and just give him a chance. And
I mean, in all fairness, I can understand with that, because it's not about club football at the moment. That's probably what I'm doing right now, but I still don't think he's a great player. Sadly,
I'm not saying he's a great player. I'm not saying he's world class. It's just saying
no. But as well with the England team, they are showing teamwork, but as well as Harry Kane getting the goals, which is good to see. So it should be an interesting one. I'm not sure what the scoreline prediction for me would be, but come on, England, let's win 2-0.
Can we at least come together and say that there is a hope amongst us all that England should finish the top of this group and play against either
I don't know. Belgium looks so good, don't they?
You're going for 2-0. You're going for 2-2. I'm going to go for a 3-2. We need to wrap up this video because it's going way on too long and it's turned into a Jordan Henderson debate. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching, everyone. If you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like it, subscribe for more Let's Talk Sport content. Let us know your own predictions down in the comments box below this video, and we shall see you all very soon.